One of the things I've been pondering is I've been reading a book about circadian rhythm, and it talks about the rhythm of sleep, eating, and physical activity, how it's not just important what we do, but it is important when we do it. And of course, I think most of us would, on an intuitive level, recognize the power of this when it comes to sleep. We all know sleep is important, but how much you sleep is not as important as when you sleep. Our bodies are hardwired not to be, we were not created to be nocturnal. And when you have to do shift work or work late at night, or you're just dealing with challenges like being pregnant or being a brand new mom with a baby or father, or caring for aging parents, it can throw off your ability to rest. I've been reading this book and it's really provoking my thinking about how I've been resting, particularly the last 10 years of my life. It's interesting because it piggybacks on some really profound stuff that I read a couple of years ago. Arianna Huffington wrote a book about sleep. That book really caught me. There was some really poignant things she talked about basically in managing and running the business that she built through the years, that she, looking back, can see clearly she had lived completely sleep deprived. As her daughter was going off to college, I think she might hit a mental breakdown. She had some major physical health stuff going on. And so she was kind of brought to a screeching halt and face to face with this reality that her body was struggling. I've been provoked around sleep recently, and this book has really sparked that again. I find it interesting, I'm just really thinking of what it is to go back to basics. In Coach Wooden's career as a basketball coach, one of the things he became famous for later, but was notoriously known for by players early on, was that when they came onto his team, the very first lesson that he taught them was how to tie their shoes.
Well, let's talk a little more specifically about the way you taught your players at UCLA. At the beginning of the year, you had some routines that you helped them understand the importance of fundamental.
They laugh about that, and one of them has a poem of this. I still put my socks on this very same way. First thing, when I talked to them early, meeting a couple of weeks before practice would start, I'd call them together and stress again why they're there. For academic reasons, that must be number one. I'd stress other things about politeness, courtesy, and how you treat everybody else. And I'd say, young man, I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you how to put on your shoes and socks. Okay, here it comes again. I'd found out many years before that blisters come around the little toe and heel area. They're usually caused by wrinkles in socks or shoes that don't fit properly. I showed them how to put on their socks. I'd take mine, put them so there'd be no wrinkles around the little toe, and pull it up, and then show them how to open the shoe and lace it tightly. And I found out that most players who wore shoes a size or half size larger than they should. I didn't want any slipping, because basketball's quick stops and starts, change direction, change. I didn't want any slipping. That will cause blisters.
It's striking that Coach Wooden was famous for teaching players how to tie their shoes. And what does that entail? It means going back to basics. It's about, if you want to win the championship, if you want to play professionally, if you want to be a winner, you have to go back to the basics and do the basics better than anyone else. Teaching his lessons about tying his shoes, it wasn't just the tying of the shoes. He was teaching the students, if the sock was bunched up, it could cause a blister. And a blister could cause you to lose time on the court, and losing time on the court would affect your performance for the whole season, maybe even your career. And so going back to basics wasn't an insult to his students. It was because he valued them so much that he wanted them to play at their highest level, and he wanted to be able to coach them at their highest level. I just really feel that I'm in a season that I need to go back to the basics. I need to find and create some real rhythm. I've been feeling this for a little while, but to come back to being centered and creating rhythm in my life, I'd encourage you to consider the power of daily rhythms in your life, the rhythm of when you're going to sleep, when you're waking, when you're eating, when you're fasting or letting your body rest and digest and repair. If you are looking to press not just the pause button, but you need a reboot, you need to reset, you need to find power in rest. This is the place to start. Going back to the basics and building blocks is where champions are made. You want to win in life? Whatever that looks like, winning in relationships, winning in your health, winning in finances, win in the game of life. Learn the skills and strategies to live with margin in your energy and have the strength to do what you need to do on a daily basis and more, have extra energy, like living from that overflow. I encourage you to consider this today, and I hope this throws some fuel on the fire. All right, see you on the next one.